As we just told you, a new exhibit featuring items from the Copley Square Marathon Bombing Memorial, now at the Boston Public Library. But before they got there, someone has taken care of them since last April.
Those items were recovered from the original site at Copley. The memorial was no longer available for viewing. Tonight, our Heather Hegedus takes us through a look back at that memorial and the people who care for it.
As that investigation continues, as I mentioned, you can just see how this memorial is growing. People writing notes saying things like, "Nothing will bring us down." People just 72 hours after the bombs went off, and the finish line on Boylston was already transforming from a scene of horror to one of hope. There's just a tremendous amount of support out here. The crowd continues to grow. And as the crowd grew, so did the makeshift memorial. Running sneakers, marathon medals, flowers. Eventually, someone was needed, though, to organize it all.
It got moved 4 times. So it was pretty, it was a lot of work.
And this is the man who stepped up to the plate. Kevin Brown isn't a police officer. He doesn't even work for the city. Didn't have a direct connection to the bombings even. He wasn't there that day. He's just a guy from Brockton with a big heart. And he took it upon himself to serve as the memorial's unofficial caretaker.
I was there from 10 in the morning until 10 at night every day.
And every day, 7 days a week for the next month, the disabled carpenter took the bus to the red line to the green line, because he doesn't have a car, to take care of that memorial.
I figured I spent over $400 just to get in and out of Boston.
He sorted and arranged, put it in plastic bins when it was about to rain. Even made a 4th cross for victim Sean Collier to stand next to the others. Didn't want him to be forgotten. No detail or act of respect was overlooked.
It just became like a little job for me, but I loved it. And it helped me get through.
But by the end of June, some of the teddy bears and signs began to show wear, and the city decided it was time to take the memorial down.
Hey, all right, let's bring it over here.
But what to do with it all? Enter John McColgan and Marta Crilly at the city archives. They spent months meticulously cataloging, photographing, and boxing everything up, keeping it as intact as possible.
Boston Athletic Association, bibs and medals, police badges, an American flag.
Roughly 500 boxes chock full of memorabilia.
Origami cranes, pictures of the victims.
Love, peace, sunlight.
And rows of filing cabinets storing another 1,800 condolence letters from all over the world now sit in the city archives in West Roxbury.
Cheer up. If you don't, I feel sad as well.
They're available for public viewing now and for generations to come.
And we don't want our great-grandchildren to only be seeing images of that moment when the bombs went off. We want them to see just the beauty and the love and the care.
Pieces of the memorial will also be on display at the Boston Public Library throughout April.
Lots of artwork.
The City Archives' next project will be scanning and uploading it all to a public website. And back to Kevin Brown.
4 or 5 months into this so far.
He is on to his next project, too. He's carving wooden portraits of each of the marathon victims for their families, tangible keepsakes.
And that's why I'm doing it, to help them heal.